rat burger made by David Williams. So this is chapter 3. Nuffink. I lost my job, said Dad. No, said Zoe. They are shutting down the factory, moving the whole operation to China. But you will find another job, won't you? I will try, said Dad. But it won't be easy. There'll be loads of us all looking for the same ones. And as it turned out, it wasn't easy. It was, in fact, impossible, with so many people losing their jobs all at once. Dad forced to claim benefit money from the government. It was a pittance, barely enough to live on. With nothing to do all day, Dad became more and more down. To begin with, he went to the job centre every day, but there were never any jobs within 100 miles, and eventually he started going to the pub instead. Zoe could tell because she was fairly sure that job centres didn't stay open till late at night. Zoe became more and more worried about her father. Sometimes she wondered if he had given up on life altogether. Losing first his wife and then his job seemed like just too much for him to bear. Little did he know things were about to get much, much worse. Dad met Zoe's stepmother when he was at his saddest. He was lonely and she was on her own. Her last husband having died in a mystery prawn cocktail Chris related incident. Sheila seemed to think that husband number 10's benefit money would provide her with easy life, with flags on tap and all the prawn cocktails crisps she could eat. As Zoe's real mum had died when Zoe was a baby, as much as she tried, Zoe could not remember her. There used to be a photograph of Mum up all over the flat. Mum had a kind smile. Zoe would stare at the photograph and try smile just like her. They certainly looked alike, especially when they were smiling. However, one day, when everyone was out, Zoe's new stepmother took all the photographs down. Now they were conveniently lost, probably burned. Dad didn't like talking about Mum because it would just make him cry. However, she lived on in Zoe's life, Zoe's heart. The little girl knew that her real mum had loved her very much. She just knew. Zoe also knew her stepmother did not love her or even like her very much. In truth, Zoe was pretty sure her stepmother hated her. Sheila treated her at the worst as an irritant, at best as if she were invisible. Zoe often overheard stepmother saying she wanted her out of the house as soon as she was old enough. "The little brat can stop sponging off me." The woman never gave her a penny, not even on her birthday. That Christmas, Sheila has given Zoe a used tissue as a present, and then laughed in her face when the little girl unwrapped it. It was full of snot. Soon after, Zoe's stepmother moved into the flat, she demanded the hamster move out. "It stinks," she shrieked. However, after a great deal of shouting, slamming of the doors, Zoe was finally allowed to keep her little pet. Shella carried on despising Gingernutt, though she moaned and moaned that the little hamster chewed holes in the sofa, even though it was burning hot ashes falling from her fags that had really created them. Over and over again, she warned her stepdaughter she would stamp on the nasty little beast if I ever catch it out of its cage. Shella also mocked Zoe's attempt to teach her hamster to breakdance. "You're wasting your time with that nonsense. You and that little beast will amount to nothing. Ya hear me? Nothing." Zoe heard, but chose not to listen. She knew she had a special way with animals, and Dad had always told her so. In fact, Zoe's dream of travelling the world with a huge mirage of animal stars. One day she would train animals to do extraordinary feats that she believed would delight the world. She even made a list of what these madcap acts could be. A frog who is a superstar DJ, a rapping turip, 2 gerbils who ball dance together, an elephant who sings opera, a donkey who does magic tricks, a tap dancing centipede, a boy band comprised entirely of guinea pigs, a street dance group of tortoises, a cat who does impressions of famous cartoon cats, a bullet dancer pig, a worm hypnotist, a high wire aerobotics act with cows, an ant who does ventriloquism, a daredevil mole who does incredible stunts like being shot out of a cannon, a karate display with jellyfish, a bungee jumping hippopotamus. Zoe had it planned out. With the money the animals earned, she and her father could both escape the learning crumbling tower block forever. Zoe could buy Dad a much bigger flat, and she could retire to a huge country house and set up a sanctuary unwanted pets. The animals could run around in the grounds all day and sleep together in a giant bed at night. No animals too big or too small. They will all be loved was to be written over the entrance gate. Then, on that fateful day, Zoe came home from school to find that Gingernutt was dead. Gingernutt was dead, and with him, Zoe's dreams of animal training stardom died. 2. So, reader, after that little journey back in time, we're back at the start and ready to get on with the story. Don't turn back to the beginning, though. That would be really stupid, and you would go round and round in circles, reading the same few pages. No, move on to the next page, and I will continue with the story quickly. Stop reading this and move on now. guys, that was chapter 3. Nuffink. That was Rat Burger by David Williams. Hope you guys liked today. Bye.